So here it is, guys. This is an 1891 Argentine Mauser, and it has a 1930s Weaver scope on here, and it's a German Polster scope. It's really cool, and it's set up on a cantilever type of a mount that sits on this S&K original rear sight mount. But I'm going to switch gears a little bit with it to a much smaller, sleeker red dot. And the reason I'm keeping the height is so I can hopefully use this Lyman peep sight. A lot more sleek, a lot smaller, and we'll see how it works out on there. Should work out pretty good with that Voodoo cheek rest. And you guys can see I have a raised cheek rest in the back. That's my Voodoo cheek rest. So check this out, guys. I've got a cigar box full of old military 7.65 ammunition. This is Argentine ammo. This is super cheap to sight this thing in. All right, we've got 6 rounds. Let's do it. Boom. Let's go check it. All right, guys, here we go. We made our adjustments. And down and to the right, and let's see if we get a little closer. And left. Alright, let's come down. Finally. Finally. Good. As we've made our adjustments down and to the right. So let's bring it in and see if we can get closer. I shrugged a little bit, guys. You don't want shrugging. I'm going to do an extra shot just to make sure we are where the paper says we are. Nice. And this, guys, is a classic scout setup, and it's kind of cool to be able to do this from a weapon this old. 1891 Argentine Mauser, and you're putting on new technology. Wasn't really meant to go together, but we'll see if it works. All right, let's take a pot shot at the steel, guys, just to see if we can hit it with this kind of roughed in side-in job we did. Oh, dead nuts. Nice. Nice work. 7.65 Argentine. Downside to red dots, guys, you always got to remember to turn them off. Well, we're on paper, guys. I just went a little too far to the right. So I will cut that number in half and move it back and go down. Okay, guys, I got it to where the crosshairs are even, horizontal, and where it's back far enough to where I've got eye relief to where it's comfortable. And so now the trick is, when I tighten down my screws, I've got to make sure it stays that way. I won't get it so tight that I can't move it still. Looks good. And I might even look through it as I'm tightening it down. I can let up on one side and tighten down on the other. This one's fairly simple, guys, because it only has 2 screws on each ring. And this is a pretty awesome scope, guys. This is a a 1930s era post hair weaver scope. They're called the K4s, and a lot of people just chuck them. They run their dad's or their granddad's gun, so they get their granddad's gun and think, oh man, I gotta put a new Tasco on this thing, and they don't realize what they're chucking. But these were some of the first American rifle scopes, and they are absolutely fantastic, guys. Before these scopes came out, America really couldn't compete with the European market, and now that they had them in the 30s, these scopes topped more guns than any other rifle scope in America from the 30s to the 50s. And what I do is I take them apart, clean the glass, and put them back together, and they are absolutely phenomenal. So this is a 357 Magnum, single shot, and we are gonna sight it in, guys. All right, guys, get her done. This is only 10 yards, but it's a brand new scope, and I don't like wasting bullets. All right, guys, both shot down and to the right. So we are going to go up. So let's try that one first. I only do one direction at a time, guys. That way I can concentrate on the movements. Be a little easier. Okay, it did move. All right, we're almost there, guys. Now we just got to come down a hair, go away from the arrow. That will put us in the red. Yes, we're in the red, guys. All right, and that's how she's done. Little by little, just move her. This is a great way to sight in because there's no recoil. So you know, you're not really moving around a lot. And basically that's what you do, guys. You just adjust with it, follow it. Knowing your math will save you some time and bullets. Now we're ready to move out. All right, guys, pot shot on the metal. Let's just try it. Not quite. All right, I made a few adjustments, guys. Now we gotta be on metal. Let's give it a try. Not yet. Back to the drawing board. All right, we gotta be on metal this time, guys. We got to. Get me on metal, buddy. Yes. Finally, we're on metal, guys. That took a lot to get there. Way more rounds than it should have. All right, guys, we've got this thing grouping within a ½ inch. And that's a short yardage, you know, but we've got it within a ½ inch. So now let's see if we can touch the metal. Bam, we are good, we're money. This is another close range rifle. At some point we will go a little bit further, but not any more than 100 yards. 357 carbine, guys. Wrap it up. She's sighted in, wrap her up, we'll take her. That's how she's done, guys. As an example, guys, I walk the 22 in, boom, on the money. Walk the 357 mag in, boom, on the money. Walk the 7.65 Argentine in, made a few mistakes, on the money. Now we increase the yardage, and so we're up here, and we have to refine it by bringing it in. And that's kind of how this works, guys.